Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I just did a video a minute ago, and I told you guys that scripture had a lot of stuff in it. So I wanted to actually go back over it because I thought there was some stuff that was important in there. So the part that I'm gonna go to, and it was Proverbs 13, and I'm gonna go to 13, but it's 4, the number 4 and 5. The soul of a sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. And then 5, the righteous hates falsehoods, but the wicked brings shame and disgrace. So I looked up a sluggard. I thought I knew what it was, and it was saying that it was a lazy person. So the soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing. The soul of lazy people are always wanting something. They are always trying to get something or trying to gain something, but it says it gets nothing because you got to put in some work. You got to do some stuff. While the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. So I went and looked up the word diligent because, you know, I'll be looking up stuff. And it says, having or showing care and conscientiousness in one's work or duty. So having care or conscientiousness in one's work or duties. So taking care and doing what you are, like your job, whatever it is that you do. And then the righteous hates falsehoods. Like when I was telling y'all, it's like certain things I hear and it just automatically, I just don't like it. Like if I know for a fact that something says, it's like when I said wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And so when I hear people like quoting or speaking about scripture, and that's not what it was meaning. That's not what it, so again, everybody gets their own understanding. That's the reason why I tell people to go look up stuff. And then it says, but the wicked brings shame and disgrace. So wickedness will bring you shame and disgrace. So the soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing. The soul of the lazy craves. You continue to always want stuff, but you're not putting in the work to go get it. While the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. Continuing to move, taking care in your job. And as you know, I always put everything towards me. So because, hey, I'm all I got. You know, I can talk about me. So being diligent in, because right now I'm working on my trucking company. I have a couple other businesses, but that brings me in the amount of money that I need. So I work on that. And yes, it is hard work, and it's not something that I'm used to always doing because, like I said, I had drivers, you know, for my trucking company before, and then I ended up now having to take charge now doing the work because people don't take care of your stuff the way you would take care of your stuff. Like I am going to make sure that everything is, you know, up to par and being ran the way that it's supposed to. When other people, you know, were handling it for me, and I had, you know, other people that I had put in charge of certain things, they just didn't handle it the way that I would. They was like cutting corners and doing other stuff. And that's not the type of person that I am. I told you some stories before previously in some other videos. Like I care about what I do. I care about the work that I put out. I care about the image that I have. I'm not just gonna cut corners or, you know, I just don't do that. Why? Because my company is me. The stuff that I do is me. I put in what I want to get out. So I try to make sure that I do the right things and that I'm always handling stuff the way that I should handle it, is what I want to say. But when it's like the thing where when they say you got to have some skin in the game, meaning if you have nothing involved in it, or, you know, you just come in and now you're just here, okay, I'm just working. It's almost like you don't take the amount of care that the person who actually has put their money, their time, their blood, their sweat, their tears in. You're not going to take care of it the way they take care of it. It's like my business is my baby. So I'm not just going to put my baby in anybody's hands. I'm just not going to do that. I'm a good mom. So I don't want to put my baby like, hey, the person on the street, hey, you can take my baby. No, I'm not going to do that. So when I see people were trying to mishandle my baby, I ain't like it. Okay, I just don't like it. So I had to end up taking over. And when I first started my trucking company, I didn't have a license. I had minimal knowledge about trucking companies. I ended up going into trucking from a guy that I was dating. So he kind of, taught me some stuff. And that's how I ended up getting involved. But when I did, once I decided that that was going to be my career path, I sat down and I just started reading books and gaining, the information on, what you need to do, how you need to do it, what steps you need to take. That's the type of person I am. When I get involved in something, I go balls to the wall, trying to figure out what I need to do, how I need to do it, and what pathway I need to take with it. And one of the lessons that I learned at that time was 48 Laws of Power, guys, okay? This is a book that I told you guys about before, but I told you when I actually started reading it, it just felt a little manipulative to me. But either way, has good knowledge in it. So 48 Laws of Power, I can't remember what the law actually is. And recently I've been dealing with another law. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So meaning if me and you have a common enemy, they're going to give me the information, which is what I've been dealing with recently with some people. Somebody to piss somebody off in life, and now they want to give up information. I don't know if it's solid information or what, but either way, it's information coming in. I don't care about it, and I kind of like I said, I clicked out because it's too much. Like, I don't care. It's just too much for me because I got shit over here to do, and I can't have all this other stuff in my brain that's kind of stupid to me. But one of the laws was never outshine the master. Meaning, when a person teaches you something, or when they're the person that, brings you into something, even if you end up knowing more than them, they're not going to like if you now become the teacher. For some reason, it's a thing in life. It's a thing with people. I don't know why, because I want my students to know stuff, okay? And if I'm teaching you something and you know something that I don't know, please enlighten me. Illumination, bring it to the forefront. Let me know. But I'm learning this is a thing with men and women. I don't know. And I'm going to just use my experiences because for some reason, I always end up with people that the minute they find out that I could potentially be smarter than them, oh my God, it's like World War III around this piece, because they do not like for me to be smarter than them. I want to be on the team of the people who have the knowledge. I want to be on the team of the people who are wanting to advance. I want to be on the team of the people who are trying to elevate in life. That's the team I'm trying to play on. Like, I'm not going to care if a person comes in and they know more than me. Please help me out. But don't get mad if now I'm a very good student. You should be glad that you're a good teacher. That's what I would think. Like, be thankful that you're a good teacher. But okay, that's neither here nor there. But okay. So I don't know why for the life of me, like, it's just bringing to, I don't understand why it is like, even with the thing with men and women, sometimes men, they will date a woman, and then if she starts to make more money than them, it becomes a thing. Like, it's like they can't handle it. And I don't know, some of you guys, y'all don't come for me, because I know y'all gonna say something. But some guys just don't like when women make more money than them. I don't care if my man or my husband or my significant other makes more money than me. I don't care. Like, good. Thank you. Why would you care if I make more money than you? That means that if we're together, my money's your money. Your money's my money. What's the problem? Like, make it make sense to me. I just don't get it. But either way, back to the scripture. So it just reminds me, and this is for, anybody who is thinking that something that they started is, maybe starting off slow. Just continue to work at it is all I can tell you. Continue to put, like, the seed, faith of a mustard seed. That's all you need. But you got to put the work in for it. You got to put the, the time in for it. You got to continue to try to progress with it. And sometimes it gets hard. Don't get it wrong. Like I just told you guys in the last video, like this week was hard on me, like really hard, because it was just cold. Like it, for some reason, I guess they're dealing with a storm up on the East Coast or something. It was just raining hard and cold and everything was gray. And I don't like that. I'm not that person. Like it made me feel like, and I'm not gonna lie, every time, the past couple times I've been going up on the East Coast, because I've been running up there a couple times a week. And the week before that, I promise you it snowed. Like it makes me feel like the energy up there is just off for some reason, because then you come back down south and it's just illumination, light, sun, and just the stuff I like. So that's another thing. Like that's the reason why I keep telling everybody, like I kind of don't deal with people around here, but just the area, the weather, just all that stuff is what keeps me in location. Because listen, I gotta have sun. I just gotta have sun. It just is what it is. I like the sun. I don't like the drab and gray and good God, like what are y'all people doing up there? But either way, it was cold. I wasn't prepared for it. My gloves, everything was wet. My tarp, like literally, it was raining and it almost seemed like freezing ice, but it was wet still. And all of a sudden, I'm like putting my tarp on my load, and out of nowhere, a big gust of wind just comes and blows my tarp on the ground. And this thing is so heavy, especially if it's not rolled up, trying to, like, because normally they'll pick it up with the forklift and put it on there, so I don't ever really have to really lift it up. But now I got to figure out how to get it back on the truck, on the load, while it's wide open, pouring down rain. And I'm like, God, you were there. I trust you. And I'm over here like, I just probably didn't have a very friendly attitude after that. But either way, it worked out. I made it back. I traveling mercy. But it's like, and everything doesn't always go bad. Sometimes I have like the easiest time. Like, to put it on, it's just great. And I can, I'll either, once, everything's done, you strap it down, and then, you're riding, and that's my time to talk to God. That's my time to YouTube. That's my time to music. That's my time to whatever it is I'm going to do. That's my time. That's my time that I get my mental together. Like, okay. And I talk to my truck, so don't judge me. But the minute I get in and, I'm done with that, I'm like, listen, girl, it's me and you. So we get ready to go get this shmoney. And we're going to be safe while we doing it. I make a prayer to God. God, please keep me safe while I'm out here. And we go. But just so you know, it is a lot of work. Like, that is a lot of work. But I'm okay because I can handle it. So I'm very diligent and I make a good living. So you gotta be able to work for what you want. You got to be able to continue to push forward. Like, I wasn't expecting to, be by myself in the process. I wasn't expecting that, but I ended up that way. And I had to continue to keep pushing forward. And I'm going to continue to keep pushing forward. There's something that God is calling me to do also in the process. And I don't really want to tell anybody what I want to do, because to me, it's another form of like, I hear people saying, oh, you should work on this, you should work on that. I'm not going to tell anybody what I'm working on, because it's another form of, y'all want to energy harvest, y'all want to steal, y'all want to, whatever it is you want to do. But at this point, I got to do one thing in order to make it to the next process. And that's just what I'm going to do. So what it was saying, the soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing. You can't be lazy about anything that you want. You got to put in work. You got to put in time. You got to put in blood, sweat, tears. And I have cried a lot with this business because I've had it since 2012, and it's just been so much stuff that has went on. I had people tell me that they were going to run my company. Like, I had to fire somebody one time because, like, who are you talking to? First of all, you work here. Secondly, like, it's hard. listen, that saying of good help is hard to find is not a joke. That is a real thing. And truck drivers just, they have a mindset all of their own. And I'm not a truck driver, but guess what? I know that I'm gonna go get my money, and I know that I'm gonna make sure I maintain my life, and I know that I'm gonna take care of the stuff I gotta take care of. I do know that. So when I go out, I gotta get into the mentality of a truck driver, because of the fact that that's what I'm doing right now. That was not what I was planning on doing, no, because that's not how this started. I've had my business since, like I said, since 2012, and it's only been the last 2 years that I've literally have had to work at it. Like, I've always had somebody else that was, you know, working for it. Like, there was drivers there. And up until COVID started, I probably would have had another driver, period, too. I would have had another driver then, but then COVID started, and it started with all this other extra stuff, and I just didn't want to have to deal with it, so I decided to do it myself. And so that's how that started. So that, I just thought that that part of the scripture was very, like, it pertained to me. So, and again, the righteous hates falsehood. So me, I guess I would be the righteous person because I'm sitting here. But, and it says the wicked bring shame and disgrace, because I had somebody tell me that they just try to downplay my situation, and I make more money than them and they people. So I didn't understand how it was that you could do that. Like, I will greatly get offended when a person tries to come from my business, period, point blank. Like, that's, and how you gonna talk noise when, what business have you ever owned? What business did you have? Like, all of them. Even the person that taught me this, like, I'm over here trying to show them stuff, and literally I've had consecutively, there's not been a time when anything has, you know, and knock on wood, thank God, I trust you and I love you and I thank you, but I've had my business consecutively. Never had an issue at all, period, with it being these people who was, you know, showing me they didn't have businesses shut down. They didn't, like, it's not talking about anybody, but just to say that a person will try to minimize your stuff when they don't have nothing, not a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but they try to come for you and your stuff. No, don't come for me and my stuff. You can just move it along to the side and let me and my stuff be okay, because me and my stuff gonna be okay over here. I believe in God, and I'm gonna continue on working hard and doing what I need to do. And it just made me think about the turtle beats the hare. I don't know how that one goes. I'm not even gonna look it up. You go look it up yourself. But sometimes being, like, going slow and steady sometimes does win the race. I mean, some people sometimes, you know, they are fast at stuff, because sometimes I am fast at it and I still get to the same, you know, goal. But slow and steady, pacing yourself will get you there. I promise you. And that's just to say, like, because last week, listen, again, the East Coast has been trying me, because even last week when I went up there and it snowed, it was just a lot of stuff happening. Like, I was at one of the areas, the rest areas, and all of a sudden it snowed out of nowhere. And then, like, I don't know if they shut it down because it's like red lights it was a mess, period. But it's just always trying to push through, always trying to push through, even when adversity comes against you. And we could say forces of nature, we could say people running off at the mouth, praying against you, we could say all of these things, but at the end of the day, working hard always beats being lazy and asking for a handout. That's just what it is any given day. Because I'm sorry, people are always talking about, like, the amount of work that I'm always putting into everything. Like, because even when I used to have parties and everything here with people, I would be, like, working during the party, and everybody's like, oh, you need to stop and do, and, you know, well, if I stop, who gonna help? Who gonna make y'all have a good time? Who gonna help y'all have a good time? Because I'm the one that puts everything together. I'm the planner. And then at one point in time, I started getting to the point where I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna try to enjoy it, because, like, I'm having these parties and then I'm not able to really enjoy them because I'm always doing stuff. And then I'm just learning that I mean, I am that person. So I have to now start to learn to step back and now be able to enjoy the things that I even put together, because I put together some good shit. I just do. But most of the time I'm not able to enjoy them because I'm always being busy. And now things are different because now I don't, you know, I plan on at some point in time, because I just saw it on my timeline also and on my YouTube, where I spoke that I wanted to have a gathering. I'm still doing that. I want to have a gathering of my people, my like-minded people, my soul tribe here. And I'm definitely going to put that together, because that's something that I spoke into existence way back when. I think it was like 2019. I think I put that there. 20, I don't know. I can't remember. But either way, that's one of the things that I want to do. So, yeah. Diligent, working hard, taking care, and just knowing that you got this. You got it. And if nobody is there to pat you on your back and encourage you, encourage yourself. That's one thing that I definitely do. Like, people don't realize, I'll be in my truck having a good time. I'll be laughing. Like, listen, it'll be quiet for a hot second sometimes. Because sometimes I'm just talking out loud to God. But other times I just be silent, like just thinking stuff. And then all of a sudden I just bust out laughing because it's something that me and him know. It'd be funny. Sometimes I'll be on, you know, YouTube, and I swear, listen, like even lately it's been like me looking at some of the tarot readers, and I'll be talking to y'all too. Y'all, I don't know if y'all hear me, if y'all feel me, but sometimes I'll be cussing y'all out because y'all. But sometimes it's certain YouTubers that, listen, I have a good time when I get on some of y'all channels, because listen, some of y'all are funny. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Stand-up comedy should be the thing instead of being a tarot reader, because y'all are funny. But, you know, so I'll be talking then. Like, y'all don't, I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, thanks for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.